Hey everybody, I don't know if I'm even going to have any viewers after that disaster earlier. I tried to fly the 767 and it didn't work at all. It crashed to desktop twice. Talking to some people that were in my stream, apparently it has a known issue with the weather radar causing memory leaks. I didn't know that. It would have been nice to know that. I wouldn't have even tried it. And unfortunately, the new beta that came out, I was unable to update because stupid Flight Factor makes you wait 24 hours before you can download an update to their stuff. So, yeah, that was not so great tonight. And I really kind of wasted a lot of time.
Glide slope. Pull up. Wind shear. Wind shear. Wind shear. Terrain. Terrain.
So
pull
I do
up.
want to get some sort of flying
Obstacle.
in tonight that doesn't crash.
Obstacle.
And
pull up. Airspeed low.
The old 737 never lets me down. So I'm just going to do a really short flight. It's from Wilmington, Illinois to Richmond, Virginia, just so I can get an actual flight in and enjoy my evening and not have to worry about that crap happening. So yeah, I just want to fly, man. Again, we're heading over to Wilmington, North Carolina. I'm sorry, Wilmington, Illinois to Richmond. All right. This plane always is good for me. 13,250. 13,250. Get the fuel truck rolling. This is the 737-800. Again, is usually really solid for me. All right, so let's go 75. 75. Our cargo weight tonight is 42.2. It's pretty heavy. 36. 36. 36. 15, let's do 15 here, 20 there. Well, that's way too much. All right, 42.2, so we'll take out a couple there. That's close enough. That's some good weight and balance. Okay. FMC. I'm going to go through this quick because I just want to fly, guys. Just bummed. K Richmond. So tomorrow I'll be able to download that update for the 767 and hopefully fix that crashing issue. And if nobody joins me on this stream, that's okay. I already kind of let a lot of people down tonight, so I'll just fly this and enjoy it. If people want to show up, that's fine. If not, I'll just talk to myself. I do it all the time anyway. I'm an only child. I'm used to it. MOL. There we go. Departure. No departure available, so we're gonna go 22 right. Arrival at Richmond is Spider 5. And Looks like runway 16, ILS 16. Let's see what that looks like on here. I'll probably pick it up from final. Let's shoot that in there. Yeah, that'll work. So, no transition. That works for me, and then we'll connect the dots right there. Looks good. Route, activate. Performance initialization. Reserves are always 7. Cost index is really low tonight. It's 10. Flight altitude is 310. The 245 at 46. 245 at 46. PAT offset. I'm not even going to worry about that. 0 fuel weight. And the fuel is good. So let's execute that. And when limit, we'll grab that from send brief. Pick up performance. Alright, we got a wet runway tonight. Takeoff, select 49. Flaps 5. Oh, let's do this. That's better. Okay. So, takeoff 47. Wet runway. 94.3, we're screaming down the runway tonight. Flaps 5. CG set. Speeds are 142, 142, 148. That'll work. Okay, looking good there. Alright. FMC is set. Let's go. Final cockpit prep. Flight altitude is going to be 310. The landing altitude at Richmond is going to be 170. Let's see. 200. That'll work. FMC is set. Flight director and the auto throttle are on. MCP airspeed is going to be 148. Runway heading will be 224. MCP altitude 310. Alright, altimeter. So let's get a check of the weather here. It's pretty bad. We're limited. Alright, wind 140 at 8, gusting 16. That's a pretty decent crosswind. 6 statute miles, rain. Broken overcast at 400 feet. Temperature 16, altimeter 29er, 69er. Alright, so a little crappy weather here. 29er, 69er set. Auto brakes, RTO. Radios. Let me get the CTAF here. So PCIe 3667. And we're 738. Oh, are we going to have ATC? That'd be nice. I'm not quite sure. Let's see. I think we're gonna have ATC. Wow. Cool. Well, let's call for our IFR clearance. 128.225. 128.225.
American 585, we're ready for vectors to final 5 right, ILS.
American 585, roger. Turn right, heading 080.
Right turn 080, American 585.
Indy Center, good evening. Giant 3667 on the ground at Wilmington. Request IFR clearance to Richmond.
Giant 3667, Indy Center. You are code of the Richmond Airport has filed to maintain 3000. Expect flight 310 minutes after departure. Departure this frequency, squawk 3702.
Giant 3667 is cleared to Richmond as filed. Initial altitude 3,000 feet. Departure will be with you. Squawk 3702.
And Giant 3667, read back correct. Wilmington altimeter 29er, 6-9er.
Copy, thanks.
Indy Center, Delta 2940 with you at flight level 350.
Delta 2940, Indy Center, ident.
$3702. Oh, I see somebody in the chat there. Let me answer a question. Z-Sim Pilot, what's your settings like, and are you using throttle attachments for your Bravo? So, yes and no. My settings look like this, so I'll show it to you. Here are my graphics settings here. So high, ultra, none on the SSAO, 100% on the RCAS, 8 here, 4 here. Object and vegetation density is low because I don't need it. Rendering distance here. Shadows, aircraft only. Clouds are maximum. I have a weird hodgepodge of pieces on my Bravo. I've got MD-11, flap handle, and speed brake, and I have the stock Bravo throttle handles, but I switch them out all the time because I have multiple different kits of things, and that's just what I'm using right now, but I don't always use this. Good question, though. Thanks for asking. I hope you got a chance to look at those settings there. Okay, TCAS is set. Taxi takeoff departure brief. All right, let's go over that quickly so we can get on the road here. There is no standard instrument departure out of Wilmington. So here's what we're going to do. Planning on runway 22 right, which is right here. We're right there. So we're going to push tail facing to the east and a quick taxi over to 22 right on Alpha, Alpha 1. We're going to take off on runway heading, which is 224. And we're going to claim, we're going to probably fly runway heading, and we'll get vectors over to York from ATC. It's simple as that. It's about as easy as it gets. All right, taxi takeoff departure brief performed. All right, lower MFD is on engine. APU is going to start. Doors and windows are closed. I'm going to leave my cockpit windows open because I need some air. Yaw damper on. Electric hydraulic pumps. Fuel pumps on. Parking brake. Set. Wheel chocks. We can pull those. Actually, you know what? I'm waiting on the AP generator. I didn't know you can hear those sounds. Thanks, Sim Pilot. I hope you'll stick around at least for the takeoff, if not the landing. This is a short flight. Should only take an hour. Richmond is a fun airport, and this one's very, very quick taxi. So bear with me here. As soon as I get APU gens on, we're going to get rolling. I'm pretty good at flying the 737, so I hope you'll stick around for a little bit. So EGT's back down. There we go. APU gens are on. Wheel chucks and the ground power unit are pulled. Anti-collision lights on. Trim air on. Engine bleeds are on. Or off. APU bleed is on. Engine start switch. Let's go ignition left. Alright. ACARS. ACARS is primed and ready. Push and start.
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
Okay, we're getting about ready to go here, guys.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
Hook them up, man. All right.
Hey,
Captain, let me know where you want this thing.
Tree 0.
330, American 585.
Welcome aboard, Captain. Tow's connected, bypass pins inserted. Go ahead and kill the parking brake when you're ready to go.
Parking brake released.
Here comes the pushback. Light them up.
All right, crew, clear for engine start. Starting engine 2. Rotation N2.
American 2268, Dandy Center, are you on frequency?
Oil pressure's coming up.
American 671, across,
Fuel on.
let's go 30 miles southeast of Louisville Airport, and maintain 14,000. The Louisville
Fuel flow
altimeter
VGT.
2970.
Low oil pressure's out. Okay, good start on 2. Starting 1. Rotation N2. Oh. Hold on, I got an opinion on that.
American 585,
Okay,
you're
oil
3
pressure's good.
miles
Fuel
from
on.
810, turn right heading 020, maintain 3,000 until established
Fuel
on
flow,
local hazard with the
EGT.
ILS runway 5 right approach.
020, maintain 3,000 until established
Oil
on the
pressure lights
ILS
out.
5 right approach and clear for the approach, American 585.
So, I prefer the level up.
American 671 across 30 miles southeast
Just about
of
done
Louisville
here. Go ahead and
Airport,
set your parking brake.
and maintain 14,000.
And we're
The Louisville
disconnecting
altimeter
tow. Give me just a
2970.
moment.
So one of the reasons I like the level up better
I will
is
cross,
you're hearing it right now.
southeast of the airport
Listen to
at
these sounds, man.
14,000 for American
The
70.
Zebo does not come close to these sounds. I love it. Alright, after start checklist, engine wing anti-ice not required. Engine bleeds on. APU bleeds off. Isolation valve closed. Packs on. Engine generators 1 and 2. APU off. And I actually been working on a flight model on this plane for a
American
while.
585, the winds are 130.
And we're disconnected. Signal and pin on the left. Take it easy and have a safe
Land
flight.
runway 5 right, American 585.
Alright. Next checklist, flaps 5. Snap trim, set 5 degrees aircraft nose up, set. Takeoff data confirm 140, 142, 148. Takeoff thrust setting is set 93.3 and 1. Transponder TARA. Lower MFD. System schematic. Taxi clearance. Any center giant 3667 ready for taxi 22 right, Wilmington.
And 3667, number 22 right, taxi by Alpha.
22 right via Alpha, Giant 3667. Alright crew, clear for taxi. Brakes released, power's coming up. Wheels of steering check left, right, brakes. Flight controls, ailerons left, ailerons right, elevator up, elevator down, rudder left, rudder
625
right.
Juliet and the center aircraft type request altitude, and I'm assuming that's Cincinnati International.
6500
And your aircraft type, please.
Hey,
G36.
lower MFD, assist before takeoff. Off.
Car
VNAV.
25 Juliet, the wind's 210,
Heading
what's forward, which
select.
runway would you like?
ICAS, no alerts. Exterior lights. Radar.
Number 25 Juliet, runway 9 or taxi by Foxtrot.
Engine start switch is continuous. Oh, I know, dude, that sound, right? I'll keep the windows open as long as I can for you. It sounds so good. Alright, holding short. Indy Center, Giant 3667, holding short 22 right, ready for departure.
Giant 3667, the winds are 140 at 8, gusts 15. Flight runway heading, runway 22 right, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 22 right, fly runway heading, Giant 3667. Alright crew, clear for takeoff.
Indianapolis Center, FedEx 49. Heavy, we pushed back from cargo requesting taxi to the active.
FedEx 49 Heavy, runway 5 right, taxi by Delta, information, Bravo is correct.
Yep, we have Bravo on board, sorry for not announcing that, and 5 right, taxi via Delta, FedEx 49 Heavy.
Alright, let's close these windows up. We gotta pressurize here. Sheesh, she sounds. Oh crap, where's the... There we go. Alright crew, we got lip, a crosswind from the west. Big Dream Pilot, yes I have. We'll talk about it, because I had a horrible experience tonight with that. Alright,
Roger.
power's coming up. Okay, stabilize. Brakes release, set takeoff thrust.
November 531, Romy Charlie, holding short, 10 right, maybe I was a minute. Oh,
Thrust set. Oh yeah, I can feel those gusts. Oh yeah, a lot of right rudder.
Roger, Charlie, roger.
80 knots.
A lot of hold. I think I needed a higher wiper setting.
V1, rotate. Positive rate. You're up.
And 3667, ident.
Oh, crap. Ident 3667.
At 3667, radar contact 2 miles southwest of the Wilmington Airport. Contact maintain flight level 310 and Clipper Charleston, Delta Victor, Quebec.
Okay, climb maintain flight level 310. Say again on the on that direct.
Direct Charleston, Delta Victor, Quebec.
Okay, direct Charleston, Giant 3667. LNAV. Okay, flaps 1. Autopilot's on. I'm gonna turn it off here in a second, but I needed to deal with that stuff. No, man, these are stock sounds on this thing, dude. Sheesh. Alright, I'm gonna take over here. Flaps up.
Yeah, you're still here. Embraer 671, contact Global Approach 132.07. 3207, confirming 671, good night.
Houston, November 531, Room Charlie. Sorry for intersection takeoff, but my map is not accurate. That was the last.
Oh my god, too much, dude, too much.
Taxiway to the runway.
Tower 1, Room Charlie, if I may ask, what sim are you in?
Microsoft.
Really?
That's your first problem.
Down there.
That's your first problem, bro.
Now it's showing me on the taxiway on the map to be in the intersection, but the taxiway took me, didn't go fast.
So you don't have one to your right that's Charlie 9?
We are on 100 right, but we don't have Charlie 9.
Alright, well, one Romeo Charlie, you ready to go?
Romeo Charlie ready to go.
Yeah, one Romeo Charlie, the winds are 120 into 1-1. Live runway heading, runway 10 right, clear for takeoff.
Alright, autopilot.
Runway heading clear for takeoff.
After takeoff, check this landing gear up, lights out, handle off. Flaps are up, retract, auto brakes.
And remember 25 Juliet, the weather's 2104 on course
No
pressure approved, runway 9 or clear for takeoff.
Stereo lights. Engine start switches off. To the line. Alright, let me see here. Yeah, so there was an update to the 757, 767. I got the update for the 75. I did not get the update for the 76 because I bought it today. And stupid Flight Factor makes you wait 24 hours before you can update their stuff. So I tried twice tonight to fly the 767 and I had 2 crash to desktops with it. Extremely frustrating. As I was talking to people in my chat, they were telling me that there's some known issues with the terrain and the weather radar, and that oftentimes causes crashes to desktop. I won't be able to fix that until I download the update tomorrow to see if they can fix that.
3667, clear to Kentucky.
Alright, clear to Kentucky, Giant 3667. Alright, clear to Kentucky. Direct Kentucky. Yeah, does the level up have SimBrief integration? Yes, it does. With, I think it's called Airside service or something. You can download your SimBrief stuff, and you can pick it up as a company route.
FedEx 49
I don't use it. I punch everything in my hand because
departure.
I just like to do that. So, but it is integrated partially.
FedEx 49 heavy, the winds are 140 at 5. turn left, heading, or fly runway heading, runway 5 right, clear for takeoff.
Runway 5 right, clear for
This-
takeoff, fly runway
weather,
heading,
huh?
FedEx 49 Heavy.
Wow. Yeah, I had 2 crashed desktops today on my first attempt to fly it. It was really horrible. So I'm hoping that fix will fix it. It seems to be associated with the weather radar. Alright.
Geo 1 Romeo Charlie, radar contact, say altitude.
We're gonna have to stay out of this stuff.
Coming out to 1,100 profile building, 521 Romeo Charlie.
Yeah, 1 Romeo Charlie, kind of maintain flight level 330.
Climbing maintain flight level 330, 531 Romeo Charlie.
Well, B4 hasn't really given me any problems, man. I'm on B4. It's only that thing that's hurt me. So I don't know. It was pretty bad though. I got really upset.
25 Juliet, squawk 45.
Yeah, I'll take it as standard.
You are radar contact.
Have to take that checklist complete.
45
Oh, KILN. I'll type it in the chat.
Indianapolis Center, Delta 3068.
Delta 3068, any center.
Indianapolis Center, Delta 3068.
There's the weather right there.
I'm going to be leaving your airspace now.
I am aware I have radar.
So actually, the controller just saved us a lot of hassle here.
Good night.
No, yeah, I'm on V4, and I won't. I don't want to go to V5 yet.
See, here's the thing, I'm the controller, not really you. Sometimes people are holding to people a little longer, that doesn't really matter, but your radar service terminated, frequency change approved, have a good night.
So we're basically flying direct to Tucky. Alright, so we got some weather up here. We're going to have to figure out where the tops of it is. And if we have to deviate, we'll do so. But as you can see, the weather radar is lining up nicely. See that we have heavy convective activity to the right of our course? If you look at Navigraph, you'll see that weather is also to the right of our course. So the in-game weather and Navigraph are jiving right now, which is pretty cool. Oh, I think we're breaking through this stuff, guys. It looks like we broke through it anyway. So I'll write this down as a pilot report. Indy Center Giant 3667 with the pilot report.
3667, go ahead.
Yeah, we had light to medium turbulence from takeoff up to flight level 220. The tops of this stuff appears to be around 220.
3667, roger. Number 1, Romeo Charlie, have an arrival change when you're ready.
I promise Charlie, we're ready.
Romeo Charlie, you go to the Baltimore Airport, present position, direct Keyman, Westminster 7 arrival. That's Echo Mike India 7 arrival.
Direct Keenan, Westminster 7 arrival, 521 Romeo Charlie. Direct Keenan.
How do we get around this? I'm not flying through that red crap. It would be best to deviate left right about here and go around it that way. But we'll keep watching it to see how it develops as we get closer.
Actually, 250, I'm just assuming you wanted flight following, correct?
Yeah.
And FedEx 49 Heavy, sorry for letting you back to your radar contact. Altitude gets 5,000. Turn left, direct satches.
Left direct satches, FedEx 49 Heavy, no problem. I see you're a little busy there.
Delta 2940, cross Coltsat and maintain flight level 300.
Cross Coltsat and maintain flight level 350. You said 350, correct on that?
Negative 300.
300, sorry about that. Delta 2940.
And Indianapolis Center, FedEx 49 Heavy, you said we are clear 36,000, or flight level 360.
FedEx 49, climb maintain 13,000.
Climb maintain 13,000, FedEx 49 Heavy.
Yeah, I don't think I even gave you an altitude at first.
You're all good.
Weather at Richmond is a lot better. Well, a little better.
FedEx 49, unfortunately Chicago Center is closed. Your radar service terminated. Frequency change approved, and the rest of your climb is your discretion.
Radar service is terminated, frequency change approved. We appreciate your help. Have an amazing night, FedEx 49 Heavy.
1,000 to go.
1,000 to go, crew.
Number 25 Juliet, information Charlie is correct to Cincinnati. You are cleared into the Cincinnati class Bravo. Expect to enter left
Picking
now
up some
under
more
18
turbulence
left.
here.
Stay zero.
You can expect to enter a left downwind runway 18 left.
Left downwind.
Alright, crew, leveling off at flight level 310. We're going to have to come up with a plan here to deviate through this weather ahead. I see a weight. Well, we're going to have to deviate pretty far to the left here. Alright. Level at 310. Alright, now that's a pretty significant weather event we're looking at ahead of us. I don't see how we can do anything but go to the deviate left and then like maybe get out to about here and then go direct to Beagle. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, but I don't want to add a lot of track miles to the flight. So here's what I'm kind of thinking. We get to about here, then we'll deviate left here, and then I'll take this yellow band. Ugh, it's getting worse. I'll take this yellow band here if we have to. I just don't know what the tops of these are. You know what I mean? Like, I have a lot of performance left. I could climb over it. Like, we can go up to 390, but I don't know if that's the top of it, right? I suspect if it's this cumulonimbus, the tops are not at 390. They're probably higher than that, so I don't see any other way but to deviate left right about here, and then once we get into this area, we can go direct to Beagle. I do not want to fly through this
It's up
red.
to 2940. Unfortunately, Cleveland Center is closed. Radar service terminated. Freeing to change approved.
And frequency change approved. Thanks again for all your services. Delta 2940. Have a great night.
Here's VATS and radar just so you can see where we're at right now.
Sorry, got this frequency. NA Center will be closing in probably about 1010 minutes.
Alright, let's see what that deviation is going to look like. How far do we have till top of descent? Let's see here. 101 miles, 404. So, in a few minutes we'll start our descent planning. In fact, let's do it now so we can be ready for this weather. Landing data. 144.6 is our current gross weight. We're going to burn about 2,000 more pounds. So let's make our 142.5 our landing weight. So, landing weight, 142.5. Calculate. Okay, looks like V approach is 153, so that makes 148 is VREF. Auto brakes 3. Runway distance is 9,000 feet. Flaps 30. Okay. So flaps 30. 148. Let's take a look at the chart for the airport here. Turn off the weather overlay. So we're landing on runway 16, which is right here, 9,000 foot, and we'll be parking over here at the Amazon Prime ramp. So let's plan on, if we don't make taxiway hotel, which I don't think I will, we'll just plan on a full-length rollout, exit on Lima, right turn on Lima here, left turn on the hotel, right turn here, we'll cross runway 2, and head over to Amazon Prime ramp. We're on the Spider 5 RNAV arrival, but we're going to be deviating a little bit. So we have a crossing restriction at Montebello at flight level 210, then Reading 13,000 at 280, Hemi at 11.5, Spider at 8. And then we'll be flying from Rupert over to the final approach course on 16 ILS. I'll go over the ILS approach in a minute. Let me call up Indy Center. Indy Center, Giant 3667, request deviation 30 degrees left for weather ahead.
And 3667, deviations left of course approved. When able, direct the, I think it's the Montebello VR, Mike Oscar to Lima, and descend and maintain flight level 290.
Okay, down at 290, deviation 30 degrees left, and when able, we'll go direct Montebello. Giant 3667. Alright crew, new altitude. 290, level change. Okay, well, that's not working out. That deviation has just made it even worse. Well, we may have to reevaluate that. Ugh, there's no good way around this, man. We're just gonna have to power through this right here. or else we're just gonna go off in outer space. So, tell you what, let's get a little more separation, and we'll kind of scud run through this gap here. We'll go direct to Tucky.
1,000 to go.
All right. It's already getting bad here. And Center Giant 3667, that cell has moved. If we can get direct Tucky, that would give us the best path forward.
Okay, 3667, approve the requested.
Alright, direct Tucky. Giant 3667. Alright, let's try it again, guys. LNAV, direct Tucky. I think that's our best path through this mess. It's just going to be really bumpy. That's all there is to it.
Bank angle. Bank angle.
Alright, I got it.
Bank angle. Bank
Well,
angle.
sorry.
Bank angle. Bank angle.
Wow, this is even worse. This weather is just following us everywhere we go. Alright. Center Giant 3667, if able, can we get over to Unicom? We're going to have to be doing a lot of course corrections here for weather.
3667, or register 7 frequent change approved. Have a good flight.
Thanks, over to Unicom 228, Giant 3667, so on. Alright, let's try it again. Heading select. I'm just trying to stay out of this crap, guys. Oh! According to this, we're already in it. Thanks, I appreciate the... thank you, Baz TV. Randy, I was on VATSIM. I'm on VATSIM. God. Okay, every time I turn, the weather changes here, so... I'm just gonna pick a course and stick with it. Let's try this. Well, yeah, I don't want to break my plane, though. You know what I'm saying? Everywhere I go, the weather just gets worse and worse. I'm really trying to do this right, but I don't know if there's any good... I think we're just kind of stuck here. Every time I deviate, it's like the weather follows me, so... I don't know, man. It's the weather radar that it's on the plane. I didn't install anything special. Is it this? I'm gonna make one last attempt to get out of this crap, and if it follows me, it follows me. I'm not gonna keep flying all night. Oof. Let's get some more speed. I want to get out of this crap as fast as I can. I swear, every time I turn, it just keeps moving with me. There we go. Let's try that. I don't think so. But I'm trying to be real here, Randy. I don't think I'll break the plane, but boy, is it it sure gets bumpy when you do it. So.
Bank angle. Bank angle.
See, this is why I don't like to fly in the red. It's not so great. Alright, I don't think we have a choice. We're just gonna have to power through it. Let's go direct Montebello. Yeah, that's probably the quickest way around it there. Yeah, man. I don't like it. I'm just trying to skim the edge of this red stuff as best I can. This is why you don't fight for the red, man. Alright. Let's just go V. Nope. Nope. There we go. Just gonna power through it. There's no other way right now. We're kind of in too deep, and it keeps following me everywhere I turn, so I'm not even gonna try to avoid it. Let's just power through it. I made a good faith effort to try to get out of this stuff. Alright. Auto throttle's not really reacting fast enough for me, so I'm gonna turn it off. Let's go manual throttle for a little bit. I swear, on this whole weather radar map, everywhere I turned, the red just followed me, so there was no getting out of it. I'm just gonna have to power through it. Hopefully we can get through the worst of this here pretty quick. Where is our top of descent at? Okay, top of descent 13 nautical miles. we're out of the worst of it. It should be all right. And I believe we'll descend below it here pretty quick. X-Plane is awesome, man. Like, I've tried Microsoft Flight Simulator. I just can't get into it. It's too much of an arcade game for me. Alright, auto throttle, turn it back on. Oof! Whose idea was to fly this route tonight? Jeez. I didn't know I was getting into. Alright, so I got the landing data is checked. Okay, that should be reset MCP altitude. Yep. Okay, let's set down 10,000 feet. Let's get out of this crap as quickly as possible. We still have to go over the arrival or the approach chart. We did the arrival. Just to be on the safe side. Let's throw on some anti-ice right now. Alright, top of descent should be any second now. Yep, this is the Honeycomb Alpha and the Bravo. I got both. Oh, well, okay. I guess we're not descending then, huh? Alright, here we go. Speed brakes extend. We are way high. I guess I needed to recycle VNAV and we missed our top of descent. So we're about 1,700 feet high. We're at idle thrust. Speed brakes extended to flight D10 until we get back on profile. Real quick, let's go over this approach chart while we're descending. We're on the ILS 16 approach. Oof. We all right here? Golly. Okay, let's get this approach briefing done. We're gonna pick this up at CFD-TG. And then the initial approach fix at Febug, we need to be at 2,500. At the final approach fix, which is Gord. No, actually, I take that back. Febug is going to be our final approach fix. 3-degree glide slope down to the runway threshold at 54 feet. The decision altitude is 367. RVR 1/2. MSA is 2,600 feet. And the missed approach is climb 2,000 direct HPW VOR and hold. So let's go ahead and get the ILS in here real quick. We're still extremely high on the profile. Alright, ILS frequency is 110.7. I can't see very well. I'm going to put this in IMC mode for a minute. Speed brakes are still extended and we're still extremely high. So alright. Approach course 157. Trying to get this thing back on the vertical profile, but it ain't going very well. We are 2,500 feet high. I heard that. Yeah, I did hear about the honeycomb stuff. That's why I don't think I'll ever buy one of their products again, because I don't have faith that it would actually get delivered. I got these last year and I bought them off of Amazon, and they've been fine for me so far. Okay, still really high on the profile. I really can't put any more speed brakes out than what I've got, so. Okay, it seems a little more quiet out here. I think we're out of the most turbulence. Okay, vertical profile is coming back in pretty rapidly here. You can see it there, and then you can see it there. I'll take out the speed brakes here in just a second. It got eerily quiet, didn't it? Alright, speed brake retract. I think we're back on profile now. Okay, level of flight level 210. And then in about 8 miles, we're going to another top of descent, and we'll head down from 210. I don't think I need this for now. We're almost there. Yes, we are. All right, retard. Yeah, I saw the Meridian thing. I was talking to somebody on stream last night, and they showed me some links to it. They look very similar to Alpha and Bravo, although their throttle quadrant is bigger, and I think it's going to take up more desk space. It comes out further this way, but it looks like strangely similar to the Alpha and the Bravo already, right? All right, crew, heading down. All right, level 200. Let's get another check. Let's get one more weather check here at Richmond. All right, wind 1106. It is raining at Richmond. Great. A slight quartering wind from the left. Altimeter setting is 2994. So quiet. I get so quiet in here. Alright, arrival approach briefing, decision height. That's what I forgot. It was what again? 367 Barrow. .367 Barrow. Altimeters 29904. Engine ignition continuous. Let's go ahead and kill the anti-ice. Don't need it anymore. Drag required. Speed brakes extend. That makes sense that they look so similar, right? If he's the guy that designed the Alpha and the Bravo, it looks very similar. I wonder if there's any copyright infringement or, you know, proprietary knowledge that he took with him that might get him in trouble because of that, because it looks so much similar to the Alpha and Bravo. We'll see how it turns out. Maybe I can get him to send me one so I can do a review on my YouTube channel for everybody. Alright, speed brakes track. Okay, out of 15,000. Yeah, that's a good question. You know, typically the company has the rights to the design, not the guy that made it, because he made it for the company. So that's that copyright law stuff that I'm not very good at. Stay out of it, I'm sure. Just get myself in trouble trying to speak on those matters. It's so quiet. This is so eerily quiet in here. Alright, let's switch this back over to terrain radar. Or terrain. Okay, I think we're starting to get out of this crud. Looks like we're emerging from that horrible weather we were flying through. Yeah, man, I don't know. I don't know how that works out with copyright crap. I'm sure they'll figure it out though at some point. Okay, down to level 5. Hopefully we get some ground contact at some point.
Thousand to go.
Alright, let's keep it heading down. 2,500. Exterior lights.
Gear up.
Don't mind that. I'm just recycling my landing gear lever. Get a little bit fast as we come to 10,000 feet. Speed brake retract. So quiet in here. It's not normally this quiet in here. Okay, down to 9,000 feet. Pick the heck of a night. It's indicating VFR at Richmond, but I don't know, man. Rain, Visibility is 10,000 and we got a broken cloud layer at 9,000 feet, so we should be seeing the ground here. Honestly, like any minute now, we should be seeing the ground. AFMC speed. All right, heading down. Okay, I think we're on the vectors now. Yep, on vectors. All right, ground contact. There we go, guys. I see the ground. I think we're gonna live here. Okay, exterior lights are on. Hey. Set checklist complete. Airport's gonna be over there somewhere. Okay, no DME yet on the, oh, there we go, IBNE. Identifying. Oh, that's not the right one. That we need IRGJ. IRGJ, that's not the right one. 110.7, that's what we got in. Okay, looking for the next identifier. Let's go heading 120. I'm gonna go vertical speed, 1,000 feet a minute, and speed. Let's go 200. Speed brakes. Alright, VOR localizer mode. IRJG. IRGJ. Okay, identified. Flaps 1. Feet a minute. Alright, runway in sight. Still coming in a bit fast here. Okay, localizer's alive, glide slope's alive. Let's go approach mode. Glide slope, speed brake retract. Alright, speed 180. Laps 5. You know what I forgot to get? I forgot to get the CTAT for Richmond. 121.1. Richmond traffic, Giant 3667 on the ILS 16 approach. Alright. Let's go gear down, flaps 15. Speed 160. I'm gonna keep the speed going to 153.
2500.
Alright, I got this, man. This will be a good one. Alright, speed brakes are retracted. Auto brakes 3. Speed brakes armed. Landing gear down. 3 green. Spoilers armed. Auto brakes 3. Flaps 30. Coming in. Altimeter's cross check 29er 4. ICAST, no alerts. Alright, crew. My aircraft. I got it. Alright, let's make sure we got our missed approach heading in. Before I do that. Missed approach altitude. 2,000 feet. Alright. Autopilot. Autothrottle. Alright. Richmond traffic, Giant 3667 on final, 16. Oh, you'll feel that alright. I'm not the world's softest lander, okay? Just so you know. Don't expect no butter landing. I don't do that. But it will be safe. Alright, we are clear to land. A little bit of wind from the left. For this aircraft, yes, they are equipped. And I use it because I like it. I'm a HUD cripple, okay? I love my HUD. Okay, a little high, correcting a little bit off of the localizer and correcting. And correcting back to center line.
500. 400. 300. Approaching minimums. 200. Minimum.
Continue.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10. 5.
80 knots.
Manual braking. Versus normal. Roll it out all the way to the end. Okay, on the brakes. Ah, thank you. It was alright. It's not my best, but it was floaty. I floated quite a bit. On the brakes. Richmond traffic, Giant 30, 667 clear, runway 16 at hotel. Alright, after landing checklist. Spoiler handle. Up, retract, flaps. Retract, auto brakes. Off, radar, off, landing light, off, taxi light on, runway turn off lights are off, strobe lights off, engine anti-ice is not on, engine start switches off. APU on, clock stopped, and the staff trim is set. After landing checklist complete. Alright, so our taxi is going to be, oh sorry, I say hotel, I meant Lima. Lima, right turn on Lima, left turn on hotel. Okay. Alright crew, let's go. Alright, let's see, what did ACAR say my landing rate was? Uh, 221 feet per minute. It didn't feel like that. I thought it was a little softer than that. It felt a little softer than that, but... And then we're looking for a hotel. There it is, left on hotel, right? Yep, left on hotel. Hopefully I can get my 767 working again and I can fly that soon, but if it's going to keep crashing the desktop, that's not going to work, so maybe I can get the update downloaded tomorrow and we'll try it again on that aircraft. Alright. And then we're going to swing a right, cross runway 2. Then it gets a little complicated. A lot of little taxiways in there. Okay, turn coming up on the brakes. clear, right's clear. We'll cross the runway here. There's nobody here, so they won't mind. Okay, then we can... Alright, this is where... Alright, okay, here we go. Little dog leg over here. Alright, so we'll make a left turn on the Foxtrot. Right there, right there. Dude, this is the best sound pack I've ever had on any plane. Better than any sound, like, you know. I pay money for sounds that don't sound as good as this. Okay, taxi light off. Looking for the marshaller. Marshaller in sight. Parking brake. Okay, parking checklist. Transponder off. AP generators on. Fuel switches. Trim air. Packs. Engine bleed. Alright. Window heat. Probe heat. Yaw damper. Hydraulic pumps. Fuel pumps. Anti-collision light. IRSs. Those lights off. Ground power unit. And the chocks are set. Ground power is on. Parking brakes released. APU off. That's it, guys. Dude, you gotta do the cockpit windows, man. I taxi always with the cockpit windows. It's just so good, man. I could just sit here and eat this up all day. And I'm gonna tell you something. In my work, I work on CFM 56 engines every day, and these things sound very good. Like, the quality of this sound is very similar to the engines that I work on. I don't know where they got their recordings, but it's pretty close. It's really close. Because CFM 56s have a very distinctive sound to them on the high end and even down at the low end. And this thing captures it perfectly. So, this is by far the best sound pack. Whoever made this thing needs to be selling this stuff for money because it's that good. Anyway, guys, thanks for sticking around with me. I'm sorry that I beat us up in the weather. I tried to get around it, but everywhere I turned, it was just in it. So, at least we got back safely, landed this thing here. Hopefully I can get my 767 working and I can fly that again. But in the meantime, I I do have other aircraft that fly, MD-11s, 757s. These, 2 different variants of these. So, I am not an AMP, but I am an Air Force equivalent. So, I work on KC-135s, and we have 4 CFM56 engines. And I hear them every day. Dang, look who taxied that thing. That's pretty good, right? Look at that center line. Not bad. Alright guys, I'm gonna go to bed. Had a rough day. I'm just kidding, it wasn't that rough. Thank you guys for being here. I hope you'll consider joining my channel as a subscriber if you're not already. Because I like, yeah, absolutely. I stream several times a week, Randy, so please subscribe. And my favorite part of flying is interacting with the chat. And like, it really makes these flights a lot more enjoyable for me, because otherwise I just sit here talking to myself. And, you know, that's kind of boring. So when I have someone to chat with as I'm flying, it makes it a much more enjoyable experience for me. So I hope y'all will come back again. Again, I have multiple different aircraft that I fly, and I always try to fly them with this level of detail, right? I set them up correctly. I try to use the proper callouts. I use as little autopilot as possible. So I usually fly my aircraft up to 10,000 feet with the autopilot off. Unless I'm really busy, there's a lot of maneuvering, and I gotta talk to ATC. I'll usually put the autopilot on so I can handle all that. But yeah, I like to fly my planes. I don't like the autopilot to fly it for me. So if you like that kind of stuff, stick around. Anyway, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Take care.